Betta fish, also called the fighting Siamese, is a species native to Southeast Asia and is quite common in the pet market, but is small and colorful. People in Thailand call betta fish plakat, which means fighting fish. Indeed, there couldn't be a better name for this genre. Male betta fish are a combative breed known for aggressively widening their gills and pinching the fins of other males and even females when they get too close to it. While in the wild, a fight lasts 15 minutes at most under normal conditions. Thai people have trained these fish to fight for hours. Betta fish can live in captivity, and their striking color as well as their aggressive temperament, which many find playful, have made this species a popular pet around the world. As a matter of fact, these fish are on the way to extinction in their homeland. Where do betta fish come from? A total of 73 species of betta fish live in the fresh waters of Southeast Asia, and all of these species belong to the Osphrognemmidae family. However, most people are familiar with the species called Betta splendens. This species originated in the Chao and Phraya river basins, formerly Siam, in Thailand. These fish live in almost stagnant waters such as swamps, floodplains and rice fields. In the wild, they feed on small crustaceans, mosquito larvae, and other aquatic arthropods, as well as unlucky insects that fall into the water. Betta fish are usually small and measure between 6 and 8 centimeters in length. Their lifespan is an average of 2 years. Although it is common in betta fish with different shapes of red, gold, blue, green and violet in pet stores, betta fish living in the wild do not have those beautiful and floating fins in the water. These traits are the result of selective breeding, according to the University of Michigan Animal Diversity website. Wild fighting Siamese fish have a dull, common green color and short fins. These fish flash to impress their mates and keep predators such as salamander, catfish or larger fish away. On the other hand, the more flamboyant domesticated male fish can use their varied colors to their advantage, both to attract female fish and to fight while defending their territory. Scientists are particularly interested in the aggressive behavior of betta fish and the physiological mechanism that triggers it. These fish have become an organism that has been used as a model to study the behavioral effects of spilled crude oil, antidepressants such as Prozac or fluoxetine, some water-soluble drugs, and even alcohol. The aggression of these fish has also long been used for financial gain by people gambling through fish fights. For centuries, people in Southeast Asia have caught and raised fighting Siamese fish to compete in elimination fights, like cockfights. Betta fish are usually small and measure between 6 and 8 centimeters in length. Their lifespan is an average of 2 years. Although it is common in betta fish with different shapes of red, gold, blue, green and violet in pet stores, betta fish living in the wild do not have those beautiful and floating fins in the water. The aggression of these fish has also long been used for financial gain by people gambling through fish fights. For centuries, people in Southeast Asia have caught and bred fighting Siamese fish to compete in elimination fights, just like cockfights. This type of fish fighting is illegal in the United States. Even using a mirror to make the fish think that there is another fish in front of it is considered unethical, but some companies have produced branded exercise mirrors that will allow betta fish to stretch their fins to treat boredom and depression. How do betta fish breed? The breeding of the fighting Siamese fish is a mixture of beauty and horror, as their courtship can be a bit risky. First of all, the male fish starts to bubble. After surfacing and swallowing some air, it leaves its mucus-covered bubbles on the water surface. The male fish continues this process for hours until a thick bubble layer is formed. Then a female chases the fish. Male betta fish first try to gently pull a female under the sheet. For this they polish their fins and widen their gills. But if the female doesn't react or refuses to dock, the male fish can go wild and pinch the female's tail and fins to pull off scales, according to the Animal Diversity website. When the female is finally convinced to mate and ready to accept the male fish, the two dance together, spin around and poke each other. The male fish eventually wraps one of its fins around the female and then fertilizes its eggs by turning it over. After mating is complete, the female stands still with its belly up and lays several fertilized eggs. usually between 3 and 7 in number. The male fish catch the eggs with their mouth as they sink and coat them with mucus before releasing them into the bubble layer. They continue to do this dance dozens of times until the female fish produces hundreds of eggs. According to Seriously Fish, once it is finished, the male fish aggressively chase the female fish and maintain the bubble layer until the eggs hatch within 24 to 48 hours. The male fish continue to protect the offspring for 3 to 4 days, while continuing to suck the egg part that provides the development of the embryo. After the young fish start swimming freely, they take care of themselves. Puppies become sexually mature after an average of 5 months. Are betta fish under threat? According to the Red List of the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, fighting Siamese fish are considered vulnerable, as their natural habitats are destroyed by urban development and farmland. The population of this species in the wild is decreasing, as the pollution from farms and cities also threatens fish. The UN suggests that the cultivation of these fish by humans could help increase their population in the wild. However, the vast majority of betta fish worldwide live in aquariums. These fish have become a favorite in the pet trade thanks to their easy maintenance, eye-catching colors and very cheap sales. Almost all betta fish that are kept and sold as pets live in an aquarium, not in the wild, according to Earth.com. Since betta fish live in warm water of 24-27 degrees Celsius, their maintenance is very easy. They can also live without other fish around them. Betta fish can take oxygen from both air and water thanks to a lung-like organ called a labyrinth. In the wild, this organ, called the labyrinth, allows these fish to survive in oxygen-poor waters or areas where the water is almost dry. Thanks to this organ, they can live in aquariums that are much smaller than other fish and do not require regular oxygen while in captivity. As a matter of fact, veterinarians recommend that people keep these fish in aquariums of at least 2 gallons, 7.6 liters, as noted by Adelphi University.